The fabrication of turbine blades involves several machining processes to ensure durability and efficiency. The specific fabrication methods depend on the type of turbine. Turbine blade fabrication requires a high level of precision, expertise to ensure the safety and reliability of the turbines. Safety jacket. Wear safety jacket to protect your body. Safety jacket protect your body from flying debris or sharp edge during machining process. Safety boot. Wear safety boot can protect your feet. For example, there is any flying or falling object onto your feet, safety boot can prevent you from injuries. Safety goggles. During machining, especially milling or drilling that produce metal chips, person in charge must wear safety goggles to protect their eyes from the metal chips or flying objects. Safety gloves. Wear safety gloves to protect your hand. For example, protect your hands from heat and burns during welding process.
Manufacturing step process. First step is cutting material. For the turbine blade, the raw material is cut into 3 individual pieces. Each piece has a height of 24 mm and a width of 17 mm. Next is lead process. For this process, there are 2 parts. The first part involves shaping the cylindrical raw material into a final dimension of 50 mm in length and 20 mm in diameter. The second part involves turning a rectangular raw material into a circular shape. The workpiece is machined until it reaches a radius of 27.50 mm. Drilling process. For this process, we begin by drilling the center of part using an R8 drill bit. Then, we drill specific diameter hole which is 4 mm for part 2 and 3 mm for part 3. We perform countersink to create a flat surface, allowing the screw head to sit flush and ensuring proper alignment without any protrusion. After the countersink, part 3 was threaded using an M4 hand tap. Next is milling process. In this process, a strut was created for both part 2 and part 3 to ensure the turbine blade fits properly in its position. But for part 3, a through cut was performed across the workpiece to allow proper installation of the turbine blade. Welding process. In this process, spot welding was applied to fill specific gaps. This ensures that the turbine blade remains securely in place and does not detach during testing. This is the result after the spot welding process. Lastly, a grinding process was performed to remove the weld bed. This was followed by polishing to enhance the final appearance, making it cleaner and more aesthetic.
Next, problems faced and how to overcome. Inaccurate drilling position. Misalignment during drilling can lead to improper assembly or reduced performance. Double-check measurements before drill and secure the workpiece with hold tight the clamp. Screws fell off and untied. Welding processes can introduce vibrations and mechanical forces into the metal components. To solve, ensure the measurements are correct and precise. Tool breakage aware. Tools such as mills can break due to improper usage or excessive feed. Train all members on tool handling and machine operation. Also regularly inspect tool condition. Incomplete fusion during welding. Insufficient bonding between the weld metal and the base metal or between weld passes. This defect can weaken the weld joint. Maintain the correct electrode and angle and travel speed during the welding process. Surface roughness. Some processes such as welding may leave rough surfaces or tool marks that affect assembly. Finish with fine grinding or sandblasting to smooth the surface. Lastly, improvements that can be made. First, measure the components correctly and make sure to leave 1 mm or 2 mm so that it will not defect the component during finishing process. Second, when cutting the components, be patient and don't rush it as it will break the cutting part. Third, use stronger threads that can withstand heat and pressure. Fourth, tools and machines should be calibrated and checked for alignment, sharpness, and correct setup before starting each process. Lastly, label or mark the workpiece correctly without layer to avoid confusion.